Hello aspirants, welcome back to another part of our series on the most probable questions for NPSC Prelims 2025 CSAT. Today we will be discussing about areas on triangles, squares, and also we will discuss one question on statement based type. So let us go with our first question. A rectangular grassy plot is 110 meter by 65 meter, has a gravel path of 2.5 meter wide all around it on the inside. Find the cost of graveling the path at 80 paise per square meter. So imagine this being a rectangular grassy plot. You have your 110 meter here, and then you have the 65 meter here. After that, they said that there's a gravel path of 2.5 meter wide all around it. Okay, inside. So let's say assume that this is your gravel path. Okay, inside it can be here also inside. So let's say this is the gravel path, for example. Okay. So this is 2.5 meter. Here also, same thing will be 2.5 meter here. Okay, so this. Now they're asking me to find the cost of graveling the path at 80 paise. That means I need to find out the cost of graveling this path at 80 paise. That means I first need to find out the area of this portion. Okay, so if you look at this is a rectangular shape. So if I find the area of this bigger one, the total, and then find out the area of this smaller rectangle, right? And if I subtract these two, I'll get the area of this portion. Okay, so that's what we have to do. We find the area of the bigger rectangle, and then we also find out the area of the smaller rectangle. And if I subtract these two, I will get the path area of the gravel. Okay, so first of all, we need to find that one. So let us just first find out the area of the rectangular plot first of all. Okay, area of rectangular grassy plot. So area of the plot in full first of all. Okay, so I'll just do this one, which is it's a rectangular, so the formula is length into breadth. Yeah, so that means we have 1 into 65. Okay, if I multiply this, we're getting 7150 meter square. So this is the area of the whole portion. Now, because we need to find out the area of this path, we will try to find out the area of this smaller triangle. Okay, the area of rectangle, this smaller portion. Okay, so area of this one. Area of the smaller rectangle you can write if you want to. Okay, I'm just writing here area for now. So of that, now to find out the area of this smaller rectangle, okay, I need to find out what is this length. Okay, and I also need to find out what is this breadth. Okay, now if you look closely, this total is 110. Okay, but then when I come here it is 2.5, and then here also there is 2.5 coming together here, right? That means out of this 110, I'm subtracting 5 meters. 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5 meters, right? So I have to subtract that one, and this will give me the length of this one. Similarly, when I do this breadth here also, you can see when I try to measure this one, this full is 65. So if I have to come here 2.5, that is 5 meter again. So I have to subtract that one. Okay, so that means the area when I try to find out the whole for the bigger one is 110, but I have to subtract 5 meters from here, and then this is your length, and then for the breadth also same thing. 65 was for the bigger one, but since I'm reducing 2.5 and 2.5 here, that means I have to subtract it with 5 as well. Okay, which would give me 105 multiplied by your 60 here. Okay, so after that we do it 1530,616. So this is your area of the smaller plot. Now after that, now we have to find out the area of the gravel path, okay, which will be area of the total, which was 7150 subtracted by the area of the smaller rectangular portion, which is 6300. Okay, so we have here 0, 5, then we have this one 11, so we subtract it, we get 850. That means this is the area of the path. Okay, now this I have to know how much will the cost of this gravel be. Okay, cost of graveling the path, right? This one, the path. So obviously cost of graveling the path would be equal to the total area for that is 850 multiplied by the cost is 80 paise per square meter. Okay, so my answer was in meter square only. So now I have to multiply this by 80, but obviously we will try to find the answer in rupees. So this paise I will converting into rupees, so I have to divide this by 100 here. Okay, after that obviously you can see 0 0 cancelled here, 0 1 0 cancelled here, and then I just have to multiply this one. Okay, so this one is for 68. So your total cost is 680 rupees. So the cost of graveling the path is 680 rupees. So this is your answer. Let us try another question on squares now. We have another question here. So let us see what the question is asking us. The perimeters of two squares are 40 and 32. Find the area of a third square whose area is equal to the difference of the areas of the two squares. So now, first of all, what they're asking me is I'm supposed to find out the perimeter of a third square. Okay, we know the formula of perimeter. Okay, so we have to find the perimeter of the third square, and they have told me that the area, okay, of the third square, whatever it is equal to the difference of the areas of the two squares. So if I want to find out the perimeter of the third, I'll write P3 for a third. Okay, so if I'm trying to find out the perimeter of the third, this denotes the third square. Okay, that's what they're asking me. So for that, I need to find out the formula for perimeter is 4a, right? Now, since I'm writing here for third, I'll write here 3. Okay, so that we understand that this is the side of the third. So here, I need my a for a third one. Only then I will be able to find out. So for that, again, they have given me a relation that the difference of the areas of the two squares. Okay, so if I know what's my area, okay, to find out the area of the third one, okay, area of the third square, it is the difference of the first and the second. This is what they have said. Okay, so that means to find out my a, I first need to know what's my area, and to find out the area of the third one, I need to know what's the area of the first two. Okay, so to find the area of the first two again, area formula is a square. That means I need to find out their a's. So what they have given me is they have given me the perimeter. I'll write P1 here for the first square, which is 40, and they have given me the perimeter of the second square, okay, which is 32. So we know the perimeter formula is 4a. Okay, so I'll write here 4a. I'm using 1 because this is the first side, okay, first square. So this is 40. So if I shift this one, that means my a1 is 10. Okay, if I cut this with 4 and this one, I'm getting just 10 here. So my a1 is 10. If I know what's my side, I can find out the area of this square. Okay, so it's a side square. So that means this is a square, right? So area formula is side square. So if I'm doing 1 for the first part, so this is 10 into 10. So I get 100 here. So I got the area of the first square, which is centimeter and square. Same thing here. Now let us try to find out the side of the second square. Okay, so the perimeter of the second square is given, which is 32. Same as how we did for the first one, we will try to find out the side of the second. So that will be 4a is the perimeter formula, and then since it's for the second square, I will write here 2. So this is 32. So if I cancel this one out, I'll get the side as 4 8 is 32. So this is 8 centimeter. Okay, since it's centimeter, we're going for that. And then once we got our side, we can find out the area of the second square, which will be a square again, formula. And this is 2, so I'm writing here 2. Now this is 8 so this is your 64 centimeter square. Okay, the area will be square. Okay, so that is done. Now after that, we know the area of the first one and the second one. So the first one is 100, and the second one is 64. So we're getting here 36. That means the area formula is a square, right? And I'll write here 3. So this is 36. So from here, if I shift the square on this side, it will become root over, right? So if I shift this one, it becomes root over 36. So that means your a will be only 6. Okay, that will be then. Now if I just have to put the 6 here, because that's the formula of your perimeter. So this is 4 into 6 now, which will be 24 centimeter. Okay, not meter square, because area we use square, but for perimeter it will just be centimeter or meter, because whatever unit is given to you. Okay, so this is the second question. Let us try another one, a third question. Now this is a statement-based question. Okay, so we have to read the question, the statements, and then choose whichever is giving you the answer. Okay, so first of all, the area of a playground, okay, is 1600 meters square. This is given to you. What is its perimeter? That means I have to find out the perimeter. And then they have said that the first option, okay, the first one, it says that it is a perfect square. That means this playground is a square. Okay, so from here, I need to find the perimeter, right? So since this is a square, the perimeter obviously will be saying 4a, right? This is the formula for perimeter of a square. So I need 4a. That means I need to find the side, and the area is given to me. Okay, so now the options have whether we can solve this with one option, whether we can solve it with both, or whether we can solve it with both of them together or separately, etc. Okay, so you have 5 options here. So I will try to find out with the first option first. Since I know that the area of this playground is 1600, okay, so let me go with the next page so that we can calculate. The question said the area of this playground 1600 meter square, and the first option, the statement 1, okay, it says that this is a square. Okay, and we are asked to find out the perimeter. Obviously, the question is asking me to find out the perimeter. which is for a formula. So whether I can find out by using the first, since I know that this, from the first statement, that this is the area of a square, I can find the side, because area of square is a square. So a square is equal to 1600. Yeah. So if I shift this one, it becomes over 1600, which is just 40 into 40. That means my side is 40 meter. Yeah, so if I got this one, if I know what's my side, I can just put my perimeter here. This will become 4 into 40. That means this, my perimeter is 160 meter. So you can see that from statement 1 alone, okay, I can find out my answer. Okay, let us now go with statement 2 as well and see whether we can do it alone. If not, then only statement 1 will be your answer. If we can find out the perimeter with statement 2 as well, then I will say both the statements separately can give you the answer. Okay, so let us try and see the second statement, what this says. Okay, so the playground area remains the same as 1600. Now in the second part of the question, okay, here in statement 2, now we will go for statement 2. It says that the cost of putting a fence around the playground is 3200. So the total cost is given, and then at the rate of 20 per meter. Okay, so I know that, see, how do we find total cost, right? Total cost is given, which is 3200. Okay, so when we are trying to find total cost, okay, of any fence, since it's fencing, that means it's perimeter, obviously. Okay, if they ask me cultivating or something, then it will be area. So since they said to put a fence, that means we put a fence on the boundary, which is your perimeter only. Okay, so anyway, so when we try to find the total cost, it will be, since we're putting fence, it will be perimeter multiplied by your cost per meter, which is 20. Okay, so this is how it will be. Okay, but here they have given you the total cost. Okay, and they have given you the cost per meter as well. So if I just shift this one on this side, this will become 1600 by 20, and that way I will directly get my perimeter. Okay, so if I do here, okay, so the perimeter would look like this one. Okay, so this is total cost, which is what is our total cost? 3200. This is our total cost. Okay, and then divided by, obviously this is fencing, so I will not be using the area one because they said cost of fencing, that means that's perimeter. Okay, so this divided by your 20 here. Okay, so if I cancel this again to 160, so you can see that here also I'm getting my perimeter as 60 meter. That means I can solve the answer with statement 2 as well alone, and statement 1 also I can find the answer alone. Okay, that means in my 4 options I have to check where they say that statement 1 alone or statement 2 alone are sufficient to answer. So if you check this option C, it says statement 1 or in statement 2 alone. Okay, that means both of them can separately answer your question. Okay, so that's why statement 1 or statement 2 alone are sufficient to answer your question. So that means, so option C will be your answer. And this will be all for today's session. I'll see you guys in the next video.